All right? And that's, I just wanted to point that out, that this is a side, it can steal it right from here at the cost of all these regenerative hormones. That brings us back to the fight or flight. If you're staying in the fight or flight, cortisol increases. It's automatic. Because fight or flight increases oxygen, increases blood pressure, increases blood sugar. Cortisol is going to come into play. Okay? It's going to steal this at the cost of here. That's why you have women being prescribed Fosamax. You know about Fosamax? The people that take Fosamax for the bone, for osteoporosis, it's for, they have to lay down after they take it because it can burn through the gut. They need to lay down. It's biphosphonates. It's like, it actually steals. What happens is that it stops, you have weakened bone that no longer can rebuild. So it's not rebuilding bone. You know, it doesn't actually rebuild bone, Fosamax, or those bone things. What it does is just weakens the bone. It doesn't rebuild it. It just stops the breakdown. Now you have weakened bone, but it's not building up. It's weakened. It's a different kind of bone. Okay? And actually, I've told this one person forever, and PhD, brilliant woman, and I think one of her medical doctors did say at the U of M, this doctor said to her, you know, I've just been reading some more stuff about Fosamax. I've been telling her for like 5 years that it's bad. But I'm not God, and they are, so. But anyway, yeah, so you can't take it standing up, and you gotta lay down. Because it burns through, it can cause holes in your gut. Yeah. So that's why, again, we can go back to maintaining resting and digesting, right? Does that feel good to everybody? Okay. Do we have time for doing some more solutions? Yeah. Well, the last page 8, this is like a quick run of doing solutions, and then I can give you a couple more pointers. And I have, you know, I like to do solutions all along, which I've done. The biggest solution, what have you learned today? What is the biggest solution for stress?
Avoid it.
Avoid it and breathe. What is the biggest solution for preventing adrenal fatigue?
Relax.
Relax, really. It's all about the brain. And staying away from stressors. And knowing what your stressors are, and then finding solutions to those stressors. Really. To knowing your body. And you have that page of all the things that will cause adrenal fatigue. And I know it's a lot, but what you do know is you know your adrenal glands sit on top of your kidneys. They're only these little, 5-gram organ that we need to survive. And what survival, I don't want to do more than, I want to do in my life more than just survive. And so that's the choice that everyone makes, to have a high quality life. And what that quality of life means to you. So last page, do's and don'ts recovering from chronic fatigue syndrome, adrenal fatigue. So avoid the following: pushing yourself to exhaustion. Sugar, caffeine, and junk food. Things that are devitalizing. Anything white sugar, white flour, your body has to work harder to try to assimilate it. And not only that, white sugar strips your body of B vitamins. Carbs strips the body of B vitamins. Sugar causes 50 million things. It lowers the immune system. After you drink a can of soda, suppresses the immune system by 50% of the potential for 5 hours after a can of soda. Skipping meals. That's a huge thing that will affect adrenal fatigue. Eating, every couple of hours, even if it's a handful of the nuts and berries we talked about. Also, not overeating. I don't even know if it's probably on there. Not overeating, because when you overeat, you pig out, the resting and digesting system shuts down once you're in that. Because anytime you sit down or in your life and you feel your heart rate, I know, if I'm eating a lot, I can feel my heart rate go up. I'm sweating, my heart rate's going up. Those are things that are putting you more in a fight or flight. So pigging out shuts down digestion. Staying up late, catching your second wind, when you're tired, sleep. Eating carbohydrates by themselves. We talked about at the beginning of this workshop. You eat carbs by themselves, it increases insulin. If you increase insulin, it increases cholesterol. Food that you react to or allergic to. This is huge. And how you can tell is if you eat something and you do not feel energized from that food, then most likely you're allergic to it. So there's a few things how you can tell. You can take your pulse. If your pulse changes 5 to 10 points after you've eaten something, take it before and then take it after. That means your heart rate's going up. That means you're most likely allergic to it. If you crave something, I can't get my day without this, most likely it's something you're allergic to because you're addicted to it and there's a craving. Drinking sodas, coffee, alcohol, juice. I see people do that concentrated juice, and the juice, again, juice is like so high in sugar, and eating it like that increases the insulin so high. And once you increase insulin, it's going to increase the cortisol. They'll play on each other too. People who steal your energy. Okay, you know anybody like that? Taking care of everyone and everything. Feeling guilty about caring for yourself. I have people say that to me. They don't want to get massage or even chiropractic because it's like a leisure thing, a luxury. That's a word that's used a lot. It's a luxury I can't do. I mean, what are we in, like the Beaver Cleaver moms of the world? Like we can't take care of ourselves? And if you don't, who is? If you don't take care of yourself, who has your owner's manual? You want to give it to somebody else? I don't. Excessive seriousness. I've had all of these things at one time or another in my life. And it's just like a matter of peeling the onion and going through layer by layer, to eradicate the things from your life that deplete your